Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Andrea and I make videos about DIYs and crafting. And today you are watching my craft room organization series. Behind me is the Pax unit I bought from IKEA and installed in the craft room. And today I'm going to be filling it with all of my craft supplies. In part one of this organization series, I showed you all of the craft supplies that I own. And in the process, I did get rid of a ton of stuff, but I'm sure there's lots more we can get rid of today. My goal is to make everything really easy to find, so I'm never having to buy duplicates of things because I can't find something or don't even know if I own it. I want everything to have its place. And I know this is the kind of thing that will evolve over time, especially as I'm using the craft room. I might find that some things aren't working exactly the way I want them to, or there are changes that could be made, that kind of a thing. But today and probably over the next few days, I'm going to be doing what I can to get everything as organized as possible. And I also want to see if I can fit all, if not most, of my craft supplies in this Pax unit, including Christmas, fall, Easter, all of it. That might be a big ask, but I do want to try to pare down as much as possible and get everything in order. I went to Dollarama and I got a ton of these storage containers, which I really like because they have a lid. So I'm going to be able to stack multiple on top of each other. And I like how the lid opens like this, so it's attached and the lid won't get lost. I also like that these containers aren't too big because I want to make sure it's really easy to find what I'm looking for in each of the containers. So because this is just what I have right in front of me, I'm going to start with my Easter supplies. I have 4 different Eastery ribbons. I also have these 2 rolls of Deco mesh, which I feel like are pretty Eastery. I'm going to put those in there as well. These are the largest items, so I'm starting with these in this bin. Now, the thing with ribbon and Deco mesh is they take up so much space, so there's not a lot of room for other things. Like I have all these little Easter eggs and different sizes of carrots. I think what I'm going to do is reserve this one bin just for ribbon and Deco mesh, and then get another bin for more of the decorative elements. The goal is going to be to fit all of the rest of the Easter things in this bin. I have this large carrot, then I have a bunch of these very sparkly carrots, and lots of these smaller carrots. I also have lots of these sparkly foam eggs. These are 2 Easter picks, some pink sparkly eggs. These take up quite a bit of space, but they are wired, so we can bend them to fit inside the container pretty well, I think. Next, I have a bunch of plastic Easter eggs. And I have this package of plain white Easter eggs. This might be a little bit tricky to fit in here, but I think it'll work. We still have a little bit of space in here in case I find anything else. I feel like there might still be some carrots and plastic Easter eggs around somewhere, but for now, that's all of the Easter supplies in this bin. In a future video, I will be making labels for all of these storage containers, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it when that video comes out. I found another big roll of Deco mesh that I feel like is kind of Eastery with that pastel blue. Now, this is a very large roll. This is from Michael's. We're gonna see if we can fit it in this box with the other Deco mesh rolls and ribbon. I'm taking the small ones out and putting that large one in there. You can see that takes up most of the space. Maybe if we turn the ribbon rolls the other way, that gives us a little bit more room to work with. That is going to be a tight squeeze, but it fits, no problem actually. I also found this strand of sparkly foam eggs. So we'll see if we can fit it in this box. We might have to do some rearranging here. And it closes. Success. This is another plastic storage box I got from Dollarama. This is the 9-liter box. And I got this one because it's larger than the other one I showed. And I specifically had it in mind for my fall deco mesh. I have quite a bit of deco mesh for the fall season, and a lot of them are very large, like all of these ones from Michaels. So my goal is to fit all of it in this one bin. We're gonna start with the larger rolls. Start placing them in the bin. And then I also have these smaller ones from Dollar Tree, which I think will fit nicely on the end here. That's all the fall deco mesh. We have the same situation here with the same bin from Dollarama, and this is going to be filled with all of my Christmas deco mesh. Again, I have some that are really big like this and harder to fit in, and then I have some of these smaller ones that will be good to tuck in at the end. There's all my Christmas deco mesh. It barely fits just because those big rolls are so tall, but we got it in there. Apparently fall deco mesh and burlap is the thing I own the most of, because I did find some more. They're all just so pretty. I love making fall deco mesh wreaths. They're so fun. And then these burlap rolls, the black and the orange. I have another one of these same bins, and I'm going to fill it up with the deco mesh and the burlap. One thing I don't love about deco mesh is how much it frays. I know people use lighters on the end. I am so scared to do that, but let me know if you do that or if you have any other tricks for keeping it from getting frayed. This ribbon is so fun. I used this on my Halloween swag, I believe it was, and you just pull this middle piece of the ribbon and it self bunches to turn into bows. It's so awesome. I'm gonna see if these will fit standing upright. And then I have this little bit of burlap left over from my sunflower wreath. This is just an extra piece that was in there, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. Then I have this Halloween burlap. The moment of truth. It fits. Not well, but it fits. If you remember from my craft room clear out video, I had attempted to organize my Christmas craft supplies by color. So having all the red things together and then the green things. And I did really like that method. I found it worked really well when I was looking for something specific. So I am going to stick with that. Starting with all of my red toned Christmas supplies. I have one of these boxes from Dollarama, and I'm gonna put everything in here. Some things like these are little wooden trucks that I had previously painted. I don't need to keep these, so I am going to get rid of them. This is something I'm probably not going to use. This plaid piece is kind of a weird plasticky material, which I don't love. But I do like this little bunch of the greenery with the pine cones. So I'm gonna rip that off. And then take the bells off. Wow, that just totally broke so easily. So these two pieces are going in the garbage. And I'm going to save this piece for another box. This is cute. I did use it one time on a tiered tray, but I don't see myself using it again. So I am going to get rid of this. And then this is just leftover ribbon that kind of gets tangled, and I think I have enough ribbon. I don't need to keep this extra piece. That is my box of red Christmas supplies. The theme of the next box is going to be green and gold. I found I had a lot of green, a lot of gold, but not exactly enough of either to warrant an entire container. So we're gonna see what this looks like with all of these things in the box. I have this vase filler in this Ziploc bag because these little balls just get everywhere. This star is a good example of something I don't need to hang on to. I think it was probably used before. You can see some of the gold sparkles are coming off on the bottom there. So I'm just going to throw that out. This cardboard piece on this reindeer is just excess packaging I do not need. If I did feel like I had enough green things to have its own box, then I think I would probably do that. But I'm gonna try out having the green and the gold in one box and see if it's easy to find what I'm looking for when I'm actually making crafts. So many times you can think you have a good idea for organizing, but actually putting it into practice is a different story. This is just a random little piece of something that I can throw out. And I think I probably don't need this either. That's the green and gold box complete. The next themed box is going to be my white and silver Christmas craft supplies. I have these bells again that I'm going to take out of their packaging. They're probably not great for the bottom layer though, so I'll add those in later. I am really disturbing all of the glitter right now. This is a metal piece that was from a wooden ornament. It had a wooden backing from Dollar Tree. I was hanging on to it because I thought I could probably use it for something, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. I was planning to use this for a wreath or something, but it's just so big and takes up so much space. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I want to get rid of it. Things like this I really don't need to keep. I've used this felt word before that says joy, and it still has glue on the back and is coming apart a little bit, so that can go in the garbage. I have these galvanized words that say peace and believe, but I find I don't often use them because they don't look that great when you paint them and they get really bent and they're hard to store. So I think I'm going to get rid of these. That is my silver and white and a little bit of blue box done. In my next box, I'm going to be filling it with some more Christmassy items. This time, it's going to be all of these faux berries. These are all red items, but I wanted to keep them separate from my other red Christmas box. just because these are all berries, and if I'm making a wreath or something, it'll be a lot easier to find them if they're all together. Starting with the ones that are still in the packaging, I'm layering them at the bottom of the box. Then I also have a bunch of miscellaneous ones that have been opened. They've either been used or just cut off of other Christmas picks. And I'm gonna go through and make sure if any are broken, like this one, that I'm going to take it off and throw that part in the garbage. I wanna make sure that everything I have is usable and in good condition. I love these ones that have the fake snow on them. I think those are so cute. I have some of these tiny little berries that you can barely see that have probably fallen off other little bunches of things. Having just a single one like that floating around, I feel like it's not super useful and will just get lost. So I'm going to throw these ones out. And this is my box of Christmas berries full. The next bin I'm using is this Sterilite bin, and this is a nice big bin that I'm going to store my Christmas ribbon in. Christmas is obviously a season that has lots of fun ribbon, and I definitely have the most ribbon for Christmas and winter than any other season, which is why I wanted to use a bigger bin to get as much of the ribbon in one place as possible. Now, storing ribbon in bins does take some finessing and moving around to get as many in as possible. Sometimes I find it helps to just put it all in, and then once you can see what it's all looking like, it's easier to rearrange and fit things in a bit better. A lot of these ribbons, actually probably all of these big ones, yeah, all of these big ribbons are from Michaels, and they are super pretty, but they just take up so much space. And then all of these kind of smaller ones are from mostly Dollar Tree. And they're useful for making smaller bows or just adding some decoration to crafts. As you can see, this is definitely a reason why it's good to organize things like this and have them all in one place, because I have two of these candy cane striped ribbons that are exactly the same, which I probably don't need. Wow, look at this. These are both from Dollar Tree. This one is 9 feet and this one is 12 feet. Did they shrinkflate the ribbon? I never noticed that before. What are these ones? This present one is 12 feet. About 12 feet, 12 feet. I'm so curious now if, oh, see, this one is 9 feet. Okay, I'm tucking all of these skinnier ones next to each other. And then I have these larger ones that are from Dollar Tree. There's like a silver glitter and a red glitter. Oh, there's also a gold one that's the same over here. Now let's see if we can get all of these to fit in the bin. This is like ribbon Tetris. There, we did it! They all fit inside, and I officially don't need to buy any more Christmas ribbon. Next up, I have a bunch of rope and jute cord some moss, and burlap. And all of this gives me a similar sort of vibe. So I'm going to put them all in the same box. This one here from Dollarama that has the lid that opens like that. I think I can consolidate all of this moss into one bag. Let's see if it will fit. Push that down. There we go, it all fits. Now it'll take up less space, which is nice. Then I have some of this jute cord. I could probably wrap that with an elastic or something to make it tighter, but for right now, that's everything I have in this box. I probably do have other twine I could fit in here, so if I come across that, I will add that in, or anything else that might suit this box. But for now, that is done. The next box is going to be Christmas wood themed. I have all of these wood pieces, like the little truck cutouts with the Christmas tree, snowflakes, stars. I have a bell, and then I also have these little Christmas trees, some wood snowflakes. These are old Dollar Tree Christmas ornaments that I've taken pieces off and used for other things. I don't think I'm going to keep these. Then I also have some pine cones that are white and have kind of snowy effects on them. I have a larger bag that I'm keeping all the pine cones that I've collected in, but these are just ones that are from the dollar store. And then I also have this pack of wooden stamps that are all winter themed. So I thought I could just pop that in this box as well. That is the perfect size. Love to see it. I'm gonna put all of these pine cones over on the side here. If they'll fit, we'll see. Then all of these wood pieces are going to pile up on the other side. I have a few of these teeny tiny pine cones that are so small, but they really are useful for some things to add as little decorations. So I am going to keep them because they are so cute. And that's another box done. Next, I have all of these clear plastic ornaments from Dollar Tree. Ideally, I think I would like to put them all in one bin, maybe a big one like I put my Christmas ribbon in, but I don't think I have another one of those right now. So I'm gonna see if I can fit all of those in these two bins. These are small bins from IKEA, these ones here. So we'll see how many we can fit in each one. Some of them are quite large, like these fillable ornaments. I don't know if I'm going to use these. I'm going to keep them, and if I don't use them the next Christmas season, then I think they'll have to go. This is another bigger one I have. This is a DIY snow globe from Dollar Tree, I believe. So I'm going to fit that in there. Then put the lids on. Ooh, that is not fitting very well. Okay. Oh, that's better. Okay. 2 more bins are done. Next, I'm using another one of these boxes from Dollarama, and I'm going to put a bunch of Halloween and fall themed things in here. I have these 2 packs of sparkly spiders. One is black and one is purple. I'm going to lay these down inside of the box. Next up, I have these cute little scarecrow picks. I found another roll of Halloween ribbon. This one has little white ghosts and some glow-in-the-dark stars and moons. I'm just gonna pop that in here. I have this pack of fall-themed napkins. These are fun to cut up and use with Mod Podge to make some fall or Thanksgiving crafts. Then I have these sweater pumpkin clips, which are just these little pumpkins covered in sweater material. And lastly, for this box, I have a lot of little random pumpkins and some wooden acorns. And I'm gonna pop all of those in here. This is a pumpkin that I painted red to turn into an apple at one point, so I don't think I need this one anymore. Oh, this can also go in our Halloween box. This is a little crow. Switching holidays, we've got Valentine's Day. I have this box from Dollarama. This is one with a separate lid, and I'm gonna fit all of my Valentine's things in the one box. Starting with ribbon, I have lots of ribbon. I think it's all from Dollar Tree. This red one with the white hearts is so cute. And I have this one that's kind of a sparkly white and red. This one doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, but it's got the red and white plaid. So it fits with the theme. This is similar, just the thin version of the ribbon. This is another thin one. These are the X's and O's. This ribbon is really cute. It's got the white and pink hearts on a red background. And I also have this one with more red hearts. And I have this pink sparkly ribbon that I've wrapped around an empty toilet paper roll. So I can tuck that behind. Then I have this really cute red and pink pom-pom garland. I have some tissue paper that's Valentine's themed. This one has some pink and red hearts all over it. And then I have some of this plain pink tissue paper. And then I have this little bag that's full of lots of different Valentine's themed things, like wooden hearts, felt hearts, and some heart stickers. I'm going to put all of these miscellaneous hearts in here to keep them all together. And then I have some of these grapevine hearts. These are super cute. And lastly, I have this pink string. Next up, this is going to be kind of a wood-themed box. I have lots of craft sticks, these tumbling tower Jenga blocks, and I also have some sheets of sandpaper. To start with, I'm going to put the biggest things in here. This is another box from Dollarama. I'll put the blocks in there. These smaller ones are from Dollar Tree. And then I also have some bigger ones that are more like the actual Jenga game. These ones are from Dollarama. So I'm going to tuck those in beside the other ones. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me make with all of these little Jenga blocks. I feel like I used to use them quite a bit, but if you have any ideas or things you want to see, definitely let me know. It's kind of hard to keep these little ones perfectly organized, so I'm not sure if that is worth it or not, or I might just kind of pile them up on the side here. I also have this wooden cube that fits right on the end there. And then I have these 3 wooden dice. All of these craft sticks start to make quite a big mess and gets pretty disorganized. So what I'm going to do is separate them by size. I have some of these really thick ones. I'm going to gather those together and put an elastic band around them. And then put them in my box. Then I have two other sizes. You can see one is slightly smaller than the other one. I'm gathering all of these medium-sized ones. I'll put an elastic band around this group. And lastly, all of the skinny craft sticks. Now I can wrap an elastic band around this bunch. Whoops. Just rearranging this a little bit, because with that cube there, I wasn't able to fit things here, so I'm moving that over there. And then I can have the craft sticks on that side. And I have this pack of short craft sticks that I can lay on top. Put in the rest of my tumbling tower blocks. I have a few random little things like this. A wooden rectangle, a wooden heart, and a wooden circle. And I really feel like I could use these for something. I'm just not sure what yet. So I'm gonna keep these. Oh, more blocks. More craft sticks. I found this cute little wooden heart. I'll put that in with my Valentine stuff. Sometimes these little wood rounds come in handy. This is the only one I have in this box. I'll put it in here for now, and if I come across the rest of them, then I will put them all together. These are from an old Dollar Tree sign. I thought they could be cute to paint over and add onto a wreath or something. This little piece of wood is so small, I don't think that's going to be very useful. And this is like a broken little stick, so I don't need that. This sandpaper does come in handy for sanding down different Dollar Tree signs and that. So I'm going to tuck that in there. This box is broken, which is not ideal, but we're going to use it for now. Close it up. Oh. Try again. There we go. And that box is complete. This next box is going to be another rustic type theme box where everything is giving wood vibes and twine and that. The biggest thing I have is this bag of wood beads. Next, I have these wooden coasters. I have these large craft sticks. I wonder if this will fit in the other box that I had all the other craft sticks in. Let's see. I'd like to keep them all together because I just feel like it makes more sense. There we go. And I also have another one of these wood circles that I will pop in here with the other ones. Then I'll close it up. Next up, I have a bunch of twine. These are all ribbons that are giving that rustic feel. They have the burlap and lace, and this one is cork ribbon. I'm going to put all of these in here. I have this bit of jute cord twine that I'm also going to pop in. This burlap chevron ribbon that I folded up. This is a piece of lace that I had taken off some Dollar Tree ribbon because I think I was only using the burlap part, but the lace is still really, really nice. I thought that could be fun to add some detail to something, so I am going to keep that. Just gonna fold it up. and tuck it in. Then I have this burlap trim that I'm also going to put in here. I have these wooden shower curtain rings that I thought could be fun to use for something. These are sticks that I use for cake toppers. I don't really know where else to put them, so I think I'm going to put them in here. And this floral wire is something else that I don't necessarily know where it belongs. Hi, kitty. Let me know what you think, if you think there's anywhere better to put this. I have space here, so I'm gonna put this here for now, and we'll see if we find somewhere else that makes more sense. Excuse me. Oh, I just realized this box that we filled earlier, sorry, this has some of this jute twine in it. So I'm gonna get the one from this box. So I don't want to have duplicates of things in multiple places. I just feel like that does not make sense. So I'm going to pop this in here, then close it up. Next up, I'm going to fill this bin with all things tape and glue. You can see I have lots of loose glue sticks flying around. So I have a Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna put all the glue sticks in here to keep it all together. And we'll see if I can do this fast enough before my cat comes to play with the glue sticks. Okay, there's my glue sticks in the box. I also have these gold glitter glue sticks, which are really fun. I don't use these a ton, but I have used them to make snowflake Christmas ornaments, which turned out really, really cute. I also have a few of these different colored ones, green and red. Now, these containers that have my glue sticks in them do have a little zip closure. So I think I'm gonna put these colored ones in. Maybe I'll even put the gold ones in here. And then once I open up that gold package, I can just keep them in here. We'll see how it goes. Okay, the next big thing is, of course, my mini hot glue gun. Tuck that there. Then I have my craft glue. I have some Mod Podge in here, but I think I have a bigger container of Mod Podge somewhere else. So I wonder if I should keep those together. Yeah, I'm gonna put this aside for now, and then fill this up with all of my glue sticks. I also have some rolls of Scotch tape. These are my little finger protectors for hot glue. Ooh, another red glue stick. And another plain glue stick. This is some Gorilla Super Glue I'll also put in there. And I have some E6000. This is double-sided tape that I use for cake toppers sometimes. Now, before I had all of my command strips in here with some extra hooks, but I feel like that doesn't really make sense for the theme of the box, which is glue and tape. Oh, speaking of tape, I have some painter's tape here. So I think I'm going to find somewhere else for my command strips. I'll put those to the side for now. Let me know where you keep this kind of thing. I have these double-sided mounting squares that are for scrapbooking. I only have this much left. It is kind of like tape sticking down photos. I'll keep that in here just so I know where to find them. This is 3D fabric paint, not glue, so I'll put this somewhere else. And this box is done. This is all the stuff I had in this box. I think the theme was supposed to be spring and summer. I really don't make a lot of summer crafts. I feel like fall and Christmas are really the peak, and Easter. I like Easter crafts too. But a lot of these are just very summery, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. Let's go through and see what we have. I have these wooden signs I used a long time ago. I think their time is done. It was very cute, but I don't need these anymore. We have some garbage. This is a house sign. I don't really see myself using this, to be honest, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, what else do we have? This ball of pink plaid ribbon, that can go. I have this shiny blue seahorse ribbon. It is very, very cute, but I know I'm never gonna use it, so maybe somebody else can. This blue gingham ribbon is really cute. Maybe I'll see if I can add this to my Easter bin, because I feel like that could be cute for Easter. This red and blue starfish ribbon, I know I'm never gonna use. I don't know why I bought this red, white, and blue ribbon. I'm not gonna use that. I don't know what I would use this cactus ribbon for, but it is so cute. I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I don't want to get rid of it. But do I put it in here? Sure. Random Easter eggs that I have painted, and the paint is coming off. Don't need those anymore. A ball of ribbon that was probably a bow at some point. Don't need that. Piece of plastic. Don't need that. More random leftover ribbon. Oh, I know I said I don't really do summer crafts much, but these two rolls of ribbon are sunflower themed, and I do love sunflowers, so I'm gonna keep these. I think I went crazy buying all the nautical stuff one year when I'm just never gonna use that. These things that are not even opened, I can just donate those. These are really cute wooden boats though. This is a leftover strip of burlap. I don't need that. Random little squished flower. Don't need that. Another egg. I have this wooden truck, which is very cute, but doesn't really go with this box. I'm gonna put this with all of the other wooden signs. I think that makes more sense. Okay, I have a bunch of really cute stickers. I don't know what I'll use these for, but I just really love them. These little bees, so cute. Ladybugs. Ooh, these really pretty 3D butterflies. I have some really cute napkins that are summer themed. These tropical Hawaiian ones. These ones with hummingbirds and flowers. And then these just pink and white striped ones. I don't think I would use these for crafts necessarily, but I can put them with my picnic stuff in case we need napkins. I have this fake grass that maybe could be useful for something, but it does kind of just make a mess. I'm gonna get rid of it. And then I have these cute little starfish, but these get broken really easy. You can see maybe that some of them are broken, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Then lastly, I have this big roll of Easter colored ribbon. Maybe I'll see if I can put these with my Easter things. After all that, we have a very empty box. I'm gonna put this to the side and then see if we can fit these with something else or decide what to do, because this definitely doesn't warrant a whole box to itself. I had filled this little IKEA bin up with all of my felt, but as you can see, I'm running out of space there. So maybe I'll take this box that didn't end up having much in it and switch them. It'd be nice to have all the felt organized by color so it was easier to find things, but for now I'm just gonna squish it all in there like that. I also have this roll of gray felt that I can pop in there, and that works a lot better than the small box. I'm gonna take this smaller box now and put some of these leftover things in it, like the cactus and sunflower ribbons, and all of the bumblebee and ladybug stickers. Oops. And then I have these pastel ribbons. I also have this neutral plaid ribbon. I feel like this could work for fall or Easter. Kind of a variety of things, maybe. And I have these little tin buckets that I think are so cute, but I need ideas on what to use it for. Okay, this is kind of like a miscellaneous box right now with a slight spring-summer theme. Now that we've got most of the craft supplies in boxes, it's time to start filling up the cupboard. For the bottom shelf, I'm gonna start with some more miscellaneous things. Like I have a lot of Christmas gift bags. I had gotten a bunch of these one year from Dollar Tree because I was planning to make some crafts with them. And I still think that could be a really fun idea. So I'm going to tuck these in on the side of the bottom shelf. I also have this set of Christmas scrapbook paper, I think it is, with all different patterns of Christmas themed pictures. We've got reindeer, Santa, snowflakes, Christmas trees. These are fun to cut out and use for different things. So I'm putting these beside the gift bags. Then, of course, we have our Dollar Tree calendars. This one is so pretty. This is a 2026. I love all of these. They're different flowers and really pretty designs this year. I'm super excited to use those. And then I have a bunch of calendars that are left over from previous years. This is one from 2022. And I don't know if I've used it, maybe a couple times. These are the designs. I don't think these are things that I'm really going to use, so I'm going to get rid of this calendar. This is 2023. Ooh, but I love these ones. These are really, really cute. This is 2024. These are more like farmhouse themed ones. Those are really cute too. I'm going to put these beside those Christmas things. And I have a bunch more calendars. Let's see if I want to keep any of these. I think I used my favorite ones out of this 2025 one already. Ooh, this is a pretty one, but let's see if there's any left. Oh, right away I see this. How cute is that? Oh yeah, that's another cute one. It's a cute little wreath going around the words there. I'll keep that one. Ooh, this one, I only have the cover left, so I don't need that anymore. More Christmas gift bags. This one is from 2022. I think I've used most of the ones I liked from here. I'm gonna get rid of that one. What's this one? Oh, that is so cute. This is from 2025, but look how fun that is. Definitely gonna keep that. I have a lot of these calendars turned to the fall or Thanksgiving pages. So I think I was planning to do some crafts with these probably last year. These are all so cute. So I'll definitely try to do something with these, hopefully this year. Next, for this kind of random section, I have this canvas from Dollarama. I'm going to put this at the back. Then I have these two shadow boxes. And this is a little square frame. I have this Christmas card which has the cutest little stockings on it. I think those could be so fun to use for a craft. So I'm definitely going to keep that. I'm going to tuck it behind with the Christmas gift bags. Next, I'm going to put all of my Easter and spring themed things because I do want to try and put all of my craft supplies in this cupboard, even the seasonal things. Oh, I don't have the lid for this one. Okay, I'll tuck that there for now, and hopefully I can find it. What should go next? Oh, maybe this little spring summer miscellaneous box. I have these 2 rolls of Deco mesh that I couldn't fit in any of the Easter bins, but they are so pretty. I love them so much. So I think I'm just going to move these bins over a little bit and tuck these rolls beside it and see how that works. Next up, I have my Valentine's bin. Then I'm going to put my bin full of felt. I'll put that, let's see, will that fit here? Yes, that fits. This is my big pencil case that I have all of my markers in. If you're a very OG follower, then you might know I started out by doing bullet journaling. And this is the case I use to keep all of my markers and brush pens. I don't use this as much anymore since I don't bullet journal, but I do love this case, and it is nice having all the colors organized like that. I'm going to zip this back up. And I have this empty space down here, so I'm going to tuck that in there. What else can I put in that space there? I have one of these styrofoam pumpkins from Dollar Tree, and I haven't used this one yet. So I'm going to put that down there. I have a couple of these large styrofoam balls that obviously wouldn't fit in any box, but could still be useful for a craft. I used one of these large ones one time to make a pine cone kissing ball. I loved that. It was so fun. So I'm going to tuck these in beside the pumpkin. I think this is a really good spot to put these larger miscellaneous things. So in that same vein, I have some glassware. This mason jar, this little vase, and this cup. These could be used to put vinyl on or to make little, like a lantern for Christmas or anything like that. So I'm going to tuck those down there. I think that's good for right now. So let's move on to the next shelf. First, a matcha break. These are the 2 bins of clear plastic ornaments. I'm going to stack those and put them on one end. Next, I have my fall Deco mesh. It seems like that fits, but I want to make sure that the door will close. Oh, this one here is making it not close very well. Okay. Oops. I might have to put this one sideways. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. That works for the bottom shelf, but this one is just a little big, so I'm going to have to turn that sideways. That works a lot better. Next, I'm putting my second bin of fall and Halloween Deco mesh and burlap. The lids don't close on these very well because they're so full. Then beside that, I'm putting my fall and Halloween ribbon. Now, wasn't there a bin that I found other Halloween ribbon? I think that could fit in here. Let's find that. Oh, right here, perfect. In this bin here. Yes, this ribbon with the ghosts and glow-in-the-dark stars. Open this ribbon box up, pop that ribbon in there. Let's see if it fits. It's pretty tight, but I do want all the ribbon to be together. Here, we might just have to turn a couple of these. Oh, we might have done it. It doesn't quite fit, but it's flat at least. Just the sides are kind of bulging out. But that will work. And that fits perfectly on the shelf. Now I'll take this other Halloween fall box and put that on top. This shelf is mainly fall and Halloween, but we also have the clear Christmas ornaments at the end. Moving on to the next shelf in my Pax unit. This shelf is going to be Christmas themed. Starting with the largest bin, this has all of the Christmas ribbon in it. Next, I have the bin with all of the Christmas themed Deco mesh. The next two boxes are going to be the one with all of the red Christmas decorations and this one with all of the green and gold decorations. I think I'm going to stack these on top of each other right next to the ribbon. The next two are going to be the box with all of the silver and white decorations and this one that has all of the wood Christmas decorations, like all of the wooden snowflakes and stars. My last Christmas box is this one with all of the red berries, and I think that'll fit perfectly just on the side here. I have a few miscellaneous Christmas things, including this roll of red felt and these rolls of Christmassy fabric. I don't have anywhere perfect for these to fit in right now, so I think what I'm going to do is just slide them above these boxes. And then once I use up some of the Deco mesh, I might be able to fit those rolls of fabric in that box. I organized all of my pencils and pens into these two plastic containers from the dollar store. And I did test every pen before I put it in here and threw out all the ones that didn't work. In the pencil box, I also have some erasers and a pencil sharpener. And then in this other box, I have all of my paintbrushes. Having these three boxes with all of the pens, pencils, and paintbrushes, I think will help make them really accessible. Next on this shelf, I'm going to put this box that has all of my glue and tape in it. Next up, I'm going to put all of these boxes that have the twine and burlap ribbon and wood beads and put those over here on this side of the shelf. In the same kind of category, I'm putting this box with all of the wood blocks and craft sticks. This next box is a bit random miscellaneous, but it has all of my extra chargers, batteries, memory cards, and a couple of tools like my wire cutters in here. Kind of like my technology toolbox. I'm going to rearrange this shelf a little bit. I want to have the glue and the tape on top because I feel like I use that quite a bit. And then these are more extra chargers and things, so I probably don't need immediate access. And then I have these as basic craft supplies. I got this Lazy Susan at Michael's, and I put all of my paint in here. And I kind of tried to organize it by color somewhat. I really wanted to be able to see all of the paint that I have. So I thought it was so fun that you could turn this around, and then you can still even just see by looking at the top what most of the colors are. I'm going to put that on this shelf up here. I have this Fiskars paint mat that I need to clean, but I love using this thing. I'm going to fold that up and tuck it beside my Lazy Susan. Then I have this other container that has some of my larger paint containers in it and also my big Mod Podge container. So like some of these would be too big to fit in that Lazy Susan. And then I also have this paintbrush cleaner jar thing where you put water in it and then swirl your paintbrushes around. Next up, I have all of my beads. These are all of my letter beads that I have organized by letter in each compartment. And then these are more miscellaneous beads. I have these, and then I have lots of bags of different colors, like these yellow ones, some red ones, and things like that. So if Taylor Swift goes on tour again, I am ready. In here I have all of my metal stamping supplies, including my hammer, this block for hammering on, and all of my letters. Next up, I have some of my larger tools, including my paper cutter, my hole punch, and my stapler. The paper cutter is quite long, so it won't fit this way in the cupboard. So I'm going to put it right on top here. And then for the hole punch, I can put it in front of the beads. And the stapler, I'll put there too. And then I have all of my extra staples. And I'll tuck that right behind the stapler. In this box, I have my distressed oxide ink pads. I have orange, green, yellow, and red. If you saw a video I did last year or the year before, I made this really cool leaf wreath for fall using these inks. And then you take these and pat it into the ink and then put it on the paper. And it gives this really cool effect. I really loved it. I don't know what else I could use these for. If you have any ideas, as always, let me know. And definitely check out that video if you haven't seen it. It is perfect for fall. I'm gonna put this little box with the ink pads and the dabbers right next to the paintbrushes. And then I also have this container of extra pads. So I'll just pop that right in front because it's a little big to fit in the box. Next up, we're going to be organizing all of my florals. These bins are actually drawers from old Sterilite plastic cupboards. And I'm going to be storing all of my florals in here, then putting them in my Pax cupboard. In this drawer, I have lots of green and red themed Christmas florals. And I actually had a lot of florals and picks that had red berries and red flowers on them. So I split them up into 2 containers because I didn't want to squish them down too much. I want to be able to see what I have. So this is the first one. You can see all of the pretty florals in there. And I'm going to put that on the shelf. This is the second container with all of the green and red florals. I can fit 2 of those bins on one shelf. And this is actually the top shelf of my Pax container. So we're gonna need to use the top of the unit as well. This container here has all of the green, silver, white, and gold florals and picks for Christmas. And this is gonna go on top of the Pax unit. The last box of florals I have is for fall and Halloween, and all the ones I have fit in this box here, which is gonna go up on top. I also have this bag of pine cones that I've collected from outside in previous years, and I think I'm gonna pop this up on top of these florals up here, just so they're out of the way, but I know where they are. The majority of the florals I have are for Christmas and for fall, but I do have a few that are more spring themed, including these ones here. You can see the pinks and purples and white, and I don't have a dedicated bin or really a space for a bin for these. I wrapped an elastic loosely around the stems, and I think I'm gonna pop these up on top of the fall florals, which is not ideal, but I think it's what I'm gonna do for now until I think of something different or see if that works. I have these 2 containers of ornaments that I got from Dollar Tree. This one is all silver. Some are really glittery and the other ones are a little bit sparkly. And then this one on the bottom has navy blue ornaments with more silver ones as well. Now these packages are not very convenient for storing. I don't want to put them in my cupboard like this because I feel like they'll just take up way too much space. So what I'm going to do is take them out of here and put them in this box. Now the next package. Here's all the little Christmas ornaments in my box. I still have quite a bit of room in here, so if I find anything else that might fit, then I can put that inside. I do have an empty space up top above the bin with the red berries, but I think I'm gonna put this bin with all of the Christmas ornaments down on the bottom shelf on top of my Valentine's box. I did try putting it up there and it fit, but it was a little bit tight, and I don't have another one of these to put here right now. And I'm thinking I'm gonna wanna access this more so than these little Christmas ornaments. So I think this will work having it tucked down there, and we'll see how that goes. Back in here is where I put the large styrofoam balls and the glassware earlier. What I think I'm gonna do now is take this out actually, because I found I have these mini Christmas trees from Dollar Tree. I have 2 of the white ones and 1 green one, and I think they're gonna fit perfectly down in the corner here. And then since I don't need immediate access to those at all times, I think it'll be okay to put the styrofoam balls back in front. Just don't want them to roll out every time I open the door, but oh, I could do tuck that on top there. I think that'll work. Next, I want to organize all of my wood signs and small wreath forms. These are mostly all from Dollar Tree, and I have things like this pumpkin, Christmas ornament sign, welcome wreath, what else? This like mason jar, various signs I've made over the years. And then I usually also use the other side as well. A wooden wreath ring. So I have a bunch of Easter signs, different sizes, some, oh, that's broken. Is this? Oh, yes. Let it snow. Okay, well great, I can get rid of that. That makes it easy. This butterfly I have had for so long, but I just have never really known what to do with it because it's a thicker wood, so it never really worked well to put on a wreath. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of it because it's been taking up space for a long time. This I always thought I could put on a wreath or something, but I don't think I am going to. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I know for me, I always think I could use that someday, or what if I want it, but at some point you really do just have to let go and know that it's okay to get rid of things. Like this wood mason jar, I have used this for a craft in the past. I put this buffalo check on there. I think this was buffalo check vinyl. And I had a whole bunch of other decorations and things that have since come off, but I don't think I'm going to use this again. This little wooden truck I have painted so many times and used for various things, and it's time to let it go. This is a pumpkin that is all twisted and falling apart, but you kind of get somewhat of the idea there. And, oh, there we go. I don't know, something like that. I had used a Dollar Tree calendar and cut the strips and glued it on here, which was really cute, but I think this is past its time. This is a wreath form that is covered in the jute cord, which is really pretty. I have not used this yet, so I'm definitely keeping that. And to store these wood pieces and smaller wreath forms, I'm going to use one of these wooden boxes from IKEA. And I don't know exactly how best to organize these right now, but I'm going to take the things that I'm keeping and put them in there and then see what we're working with. This is another little sign I have that I have not used yet, which is very cute. Now this one I have used. As you can see, part of it has fallen off. But I think I could still use this. It is very cute with the wooden handle up here, or the wooden hanger, I mean. And this side is not used yet, so I'm gonna keep this. This is an Easter hanging I haven't used yet. I thought this bunny was so cute. And then you have the carrot here. I'll probably take this apart and use the different elements for different crafts. Now I'm wondering if I should separate Easter from Christmas. It'll probably make it easier to find things. This is a cute wooden bunny. I have used this side before, but I think there's probably a lot more we could use him for. I got this last year at Dollar Tree when Wicked came out, and I never got the chance to use it. But seeing as Wicked 2 is coming out later this year, I think I should definitely do something with this. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Wicked. Did you love it? Such a good movie. Of course, this sign I haven't used yet. And this one, just to note, these two are technically Easter signs, but in reality, this is just a rectangular sign that has a little bunny you can always take off or use the other side if you want to. So while it is Easter themed, you could use it for any season. And same with this one, it's this shape that's kind of like a gift tag, and you could paint it, decorate it with whatever you want. These rectangular signs are so useful for a lot of different things. I think I will keep this one. I can rip off these wooden words that I had glued on here before and make something totally new. I'm also going to keep this Christmas ornament sign because, again, it's easy to rip off and start fresh. This wreath form I am going to get rid of because I had glued on this ribbon all around. This is just a floral foam wreath form, and it's pretty hard to get the ribbon off and all of that, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I really loved this little welcome wreath that I made a few years ago. I've never used it again because I'm not sure what else to do with it besides what I already did. So if you have any ideas, please let me know because I think it is so cute and I'd love to freshen it up with some new decorations. Next, I have this kind of sad looking pumpkin sign now where a few letters have obviously fallen off, but we still have this side that is fresh to use, and I could always repaint this side, and it's handy to have a little pumpkin sign for fall time. I ended up switching from using those wooden IKEA boxes to using these larger Trofast bins, also from IKEA. They fit a lot more in them, so it worked better for my purposes. And I like how they're taller, so all of the wreaths and signs fit in there a lot nicer. I have most of the wreaths and wooden signs in these two bins. Then I also tucked a couple of the larger wreaths over on the side. And these two bins sit really nicely on top of this unit I have from Michaels that I set up in my last video, which has all of my cardstock and construction paper. This IKEA Pax unit fits so well in my craft room. I am loving how the organization is turning out. I still need to get some door pulls or handles to put on these doors, because right now they're really hard to open. So maybe by the next video. This is what the entire cabinet looks like with all of the craft supplies packed in there. Full craft room tour coming soon where I talk you through a couple of changes I made to the setup of the packs after the fact. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had so much fun going through all of my craft supplies and organizing everything in my new IKEA cupboard. I definitely got rid of a lot of stuff, which feels so good. And I think I'll be able to use all of my craft supplies a lot better now that I can see where everything is. Of course, we still have more organizing to do, so make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next part of my craft room organization series. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.